Hi everyone, today we're over in Physical Quarter because I am packing up a piece of artwork for Wendy. So Wendy is a fan of the channel, and back when I was showing off some little doodle pieces I was making, apparently this one caught her eye. It's quite flowery with some blue and black elements, so these are basically things which I was doodling while working on specific things. This one in particular, from the notes on the back, it was the 34th attention deficit doodle, and it was done when I first moved down to this new coastal area, and there was a lot more vegetation and greenery around here, so I think that's basically what inspired that particular pattern. So while in the first rental down here, I started experimenting with these new ideas for the acrylic sheets, so the doodle ended up in one of them. So this is what I'm going to send her, although the top sheet has a couple of chip marks in it, and I think I can replace this, although the doodle is stuck to the back one now, but I did have some spare drilled ones left over that still have protective sheets on them, so I'll probably substitute the top one for one of these, just to make sure that Wendy's getting the best quality I can provide. The way these compression frames work is they're just two sheets that are tied together with nuts at the back that screw onto specific size screws. I think these are 5mm, and the artwork will sit in there by itself if it's not subjected to vibration, but I tend to just put a little bit of adhesive see-through tape on the back of them to stick them to the bag to make sure that when they're in transport and shipping and they're being thrown around the place, that the actual artwork doesn't move in the frame. So I'm just going to unscrew these and replace the front sheet. I used to take the protective coverings off of the sheets before drilling them, and I quickly found out that it was much better for protecting them in the long run for situations like this to just leave the covers on, because the drill can go straight through them. Like, it doesn't cause much of a problem during the drilling process. Peelies. There you go, a lovely perfect acrylic sheet. So they should line up well, and it looks like they do. Tiny bit more of a protective sheet. So there is a tiny chip at the bottom of the back one, but like I said, the back one is a harder one to replace because this doodle's already been stuck on there, but I think that one is forgivable because it is very small and you can't really see it unless they're kind of out of alignment. So let's drop these back in. It's interesting, you can tell the front sheet is definitely newer. It's got sharper corners. It's almost as if the back sheet has slightly worn down over time as it's been in transport. But I think in a way that just kind of adds to the authenticity. I've been carrying this around for like multiple houses now, so it's all part of the story. Okay, so that's all in and in the right place. I'm just going to like tighten these up a bit now. Now, if I have a microfiber cloth, I might just give this a quick little wipe down. There may be a few imperfections and like a few specks of dirt kind of suspended between. That's all something that, can be removed just by taking it apart and cleaning it again. But there's only so much you can do. There's always going to be a small scratch or a small piece of dirt held somewhere in something so clear like this. But I think that's pretty much ready to pack. Now, as for boxes, I've got a few of these left over, which should be able to fit it in. I'll end up putting like packing peanuts and stuff in there as well. Wendy also wanted more stickers, so I've got a bunch of those here and an envelope with something I can write a little note for her and put the stickers in as well. So firstly, I'm going to wrap this up in bubble wrap just to make sure it's safe and nicely packaged. Thank God I got some extra sellotape recently. I might just do the bubble wrap on the clearer part of the table over there. So I'll be back in a moment. It will be quite well taped up, so I'm sorry if it's annoying to get into once it arrives. But I like making sure everything is tightly packaged. It's just when you come to opening it, Wendy, be careful with scissors because it'll be very easy to cut through and then scratch the acrylic. So try to do it without. Basically, there's tape at the front where it folds over and at the back. And then once you got that open, there's going to be 3 bits of tape along the side. You should be able to just pull those off. I'm going to support the front and back with a few more bits of tape as well. I like the smell of sellotape, the adhesive. Alright, I could do an extra bit around the edge just to make it more difficult, but I think that's, alright as it is. So this can just fit nicely in the box there, and that will close over the top just about as well though. So as for fitting an envelope, that probably would still fit with a little bit of compression, and I'll put some peanuts around the edge. But if I wanted to send you something and it didn't fit in there, then I could just send it separately, because a letter is much cheaper to send than, a larger box. But for now, let's write a little card for Wendy. So this folds over, like so. And then inside, let's just do something simple. Dear Wendy, thank you for the support. Wishing you all the best. Curtis Holt. So now that's been written, I can throw in as many stickers as I like. Now, Wendy really wanted a whole bunch more, so I do have quite a few. She'll probably be watching the video going, yes, put them all in. I have no idea how many's there, but there's a lot, so if it closes, you can have them. Alright, there we go. And for the envelope of the card, I'll just do a W. Just a W. You're going to be opening it anyway. Sod it now. It'd be nicer just to write the whole name. Wendy. So let's see. that will be fine. That will compress down. So right now we've got the artwork wrapped up in bubble wrap, and then we've got a note or an envelope with a card inside, and then a whole bunch of stickers as requested. Now I've got a lot of packing peanuts. I've got different kinds. I've got like non-biodegradable ones. Actually, I think I'll give Wendy the multicolored biodegradable ones. There we go. Yeah, they're all different colors. Kind of, you know, makes it a bit more fun. All right, let's do a shake test. So that's fine. Doesn't seem to be flapping around in there. So now let's get this closed. And usually I just put a bit of like duct tape along the edge here where it opens, just to make sure no one does open it. Although I don't know where my duct tape is. Someone must have taken it. So let's go and find that quickly. All right, it just occurred to me I should probably put in a little frame stand for her. So one thing to keep in mind, Wendy, is that when the acrylic sheets are standing on this, so basically slip on like that, it's fine if it's standing still, but because they're so thin, any slight amount of force will make it fall out. So it's just one thing to keep in mind. If you've got it on a shelf, just be careful with putting it there and make sure it's not wobbling. It may be a bit less stable for a desk. I would give you an alternative stand like that, but it's a bit too big to fit in the box. So I'll just sneak this into the box so you've got something at least. And then if you want, you can put it on anything else that you find or want to use. Let me just sneak that in a corner. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're throwing out packing peanuts, that it's hidden away in one of the corners. Now I couldn't find duct tape because everyone used up my duct tape when we were moving, but I did find packing tape, which is good enough, and it's basically what it's meant for anyway. Doesn't seem very good quality though. Nope, I'm gonna find some better tape. Alright, I managed to find a different type of packing tape. This stuff is very strong actually, very good. A good adhesive and quite robust. Although it might be a bit hard to cut into, so I apologize, Wendy. I'm also tempted to do a bit just around the edges. It should be easier to cut into that, but because it buckles slightly, I want to just secure that. I really like this tape. If there's more of that on Amazon, I want to try and figure out what it is. But yeah, that's basically done. So this is ready to send to the United States of America. So now I just need to do the shipping label, which will also come with a customs form, and at the same time I'll be booking collection to have this picked up. So that's where we'll leave it for now. Wendy, by the time this is out, it should be either on its way or organized for collection, but I'll probably let you know through Discord. And if anyone else wants to get something from me, then let me know. Or watch this space, because I haven't put the store back up yet, but we'll probably get there. If you made it to the end, put a package emoji in the comments, and I'll see you next time.